This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Let's talk about TBS. You guys are going to have the show air here, and you're actually going to record one on 4th of July, 1987. It's in Atlanta, and it's a big-time show because later that night you're going to the Omni, and we know what's coming. It's going to be the debut of the War Games. So we're hyping that up. We're also seeing Tony Schiavone interviewing Dusty Rhodes, who's talking about War Games and talking about Tully Blanchard at Charlotte Memorial Stadium for the $100,000 match that we've promoted already. This same show would feature comments from Barry Switzer, who at the time was the Oklahoma football head coach. And he's talking about how excited he is. Do you think that's a Bill Watts hookup, or is that a JR hookup? Was JR hooked up with Oklahoma even back here in 87?
I think so, yeah. I don't see Bill Watts doing that. That's probably a JR deal, I would imagine.
I would think so. Still, we've got footage of Steve Williams training at the University of Oklahoma, trying to get ready for his match on July 11th in Oklahoma City against Big Bubba, which is kind of fun. And then we see a music video of the Fabulous Freebirds done to that song, The Boys Are Back in Town, which is great. And then we even plug that J.J. Dillon and Lex Luger are going to be hosting the dating game on July 25th in Philadelphia. The winner gets a date with Lex Luger, which is hilarious. But let's get to the actual television taping. We see you beat David Westcott with a gourd buster. You gave him a little bit of time, 4 minutes and 25 seconds. And then next up, I can't believe this is real, but this is so great. Now keep the context. We got a War Games later that night, and J.J. Dillon is in it. He's wrestling in it. Now, if you've just grown up watching Jim Crockett in more recent years, you have no idea that once upon a time, J.J. Dillon was a wrestler. You just assume, oh, this is this Weasley manager. So now J.J. Dillon has this task in front of him. He has to wrestle like a manager, and he's going to. He's going to pin Alan Martin in 3 minutes and 58 seconds. And in JJ's corner is Ric Flair, is Arn Anderson, is Tully Blanchard, is Lex Luger, is Dark Journey. They're all here cheering on J.J. Dillon. And in just under 4 minutes, after he hit the guy with a figure four, a slingshot suplex, a gourd buster, and very briefly hitting the torture rack, JJ gets the win. This is a hilarious moment in Jim Crockett TV history. And JJ just did it masterfully because, again, to give you the context, he's been a wrestler forever, but we only know him as a manager. So now he has to wrestle like a manager. And buddy, he did such a great job. Did he not?
Yes. JJ, I always heard Tully always told me, he said, JJ took textbook bumps.
Yeah.
Perfect. Nobody took better bumps than JJ. I never got to see it. But the thing he is so famous for is the Hully Gully.
Absolutely.
Nobody can do the Hully Gully like JJ. And you're talking about entertainment. Dusty would give us those jabs and those elbows and then mow all of us down. JJ would pop up on the apron or take one in the top of the head and do the Hully Gully and the ropes. Most entertaining thing of the night.
Of course, the idea in having JJ wrestle here is this is a warm up for what's happening later that night at the War Games in the Omni. Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.